certain ones that the most I call upon to do a different work.
Now when it's come the man called Say and Cootie alongside yours truly, Big Gangzilla.
To pass myself, I just one day. I know everybody worship money. I know they show myself, I just one day. I say, shit, you day your day, brother. You day your day, sister. You day your day, brother. You day your day, sister. You day your day, brother. You day your day, sister.
As long as the sun will shine on the face of man, I don't see no guy can erase the plan. Some guy should have wise and understand what will be must be. We jump out on the road and we safely track and make it back in by the grace of some guy love.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a true heavyweight clash.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things.
Decent chance! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, a breakthrough already.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Bellingham.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Vinicius Junior. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Rodrigo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, can they get him away? That's been slipped through. He's picked his way through. Rudiger going vertical. So just the one early goal to report so far.
And the score is 1-0.
Oh, easy pickings there. Camavinga venturing down the left. Rodrigo
Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Chouameni. Madrid have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Stu.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Madrid do have a chance to counter here.
Valverde
Does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Rodrigo
is fouled.
Mbappe, and here's Rodrigo. And he's cut it out.
Vinicius Junior.
That is a great pick out.
Mbappe.
Oh, that's fabulous. Valverde! Valverde! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Driving forward. Good read, needed to be. Camavinga. Threads one in. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears here.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Played back in. Chouameni could move up a gear here. Rudiger. Chouameni. Valverde. And that is a little undercooked. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Valverde. Bellingham. He's had it taken off him. Time and again they are repelled. Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. And he shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Rodrigo. Aimed beyond the defence. Played out wide. Camavinga cuts it out.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. Mbappe gets on his bike and on the move. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. So your views on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Madrid can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them. And it's 1-0. Tries one from range! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And it's Camavinga. He has a look up. And now they can spring out of defence. Rodrigo. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And it's Bellingham. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. And that is expertly dealt with. Valverde. Valverde running with the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pressing high and with purpose. Valverde. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Looking for options for movement. Now who's going to be first to this? Madrid are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe tries to pass it through. And the finish! So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's through here. Vinicius Junior. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Shot a goal!
Oh, that is rather wayward.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Tchouaméni. Madrid have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Vinicius Junior.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Valverde.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Rudiger. Vinicius Junior. It's a good spell of possession, this. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Valverde. And that's another good win of the ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Steaming on goalwards.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he's only too happy to take that back. One-nil as we head towards the end. Rodrigo supplying the width on this right-hand side. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Tchouaméni. Now it's Bellingham. Good running, strong and purposeful. Tries a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Simplicity itself.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Madrid have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter...
And the shot! Yes! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. That was easy, almost too easy.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Madrid find a position of real strength now. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Goes for a shot! And he hits the net. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
And that is as far as it goes. Madrid really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Valverde, very much the hat-trick hero. What an extraordinary game he had.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Madrid definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
He's having a hit!
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now, can they get him away?
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Bellingham. Now it's Rodrigo. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Vinicius Junior. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in... That could spell trouble. And it's Bellingham. Great vision. He's being urged to shoot. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Oh, such a clever touch. Drills one in. Oh, great low ball in.
Oh, he may have snatched at that, Peter. The ball came in at a pace, and at a good height too. He only needed to redirect it.
It's their second corner of the game. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Camavinga. Pinches it off him. Vinicius Junior. That looks a good ball through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So we're still where we started right now. Vinicius Junior. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Alexander-Arnold. For Valverde. And it's Bellingham. And here's Vinicius Junior. Lovely, now then. Bellingham. Valverde. Tchouaméni. Not the most accurate pass. Bellingham. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Vinicius Junior! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Valverde. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Eder Militao. Oh, this looks sharp. Played out to the left flank. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Valverde has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. So, power or guile, what's it going to be? And it's Valverde. Opts to play it back. Tchouaméni. And it's Valverde. Oh, just skips chance, surely! He's scored! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Madrid have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Oh, he's bustling through here! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Tchouaméni. That has not gone well. A probing pass. That's good vision. Now it's Mbappe. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner.
Corner number 3 coming up. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Skims one in. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Valverde. Can he get on the end of this? Bellingham wants to run onto this. Ball is over the line. Valverde. Rodrigo. And he's intervened well there. Valverde. He's going for goal! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Camavinga. That's it, 45 minutes up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Madrid currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Back on the way then.
Madrid can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. That is a great pick out. Oh, he's all alone. And the shot! Goal! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Chance for a shot! And he hits the net. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Madrid cut their deficit and look raring to go again. He'll try from distance! Bellingham. Well, they are still trailing and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Driving on and making good progress. Good take and it's shapes to shoot! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it.
Shot a goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
They've played it short, and it's Rudiger. Madrid are looking to go forward now. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Rudiger. Bellingham. Can he get it through? He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
That pass isn't the best. He's on it, can he get away? Mbappe! Camavinga running with intent. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Mbappe has the space to scheme. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Madrid have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Alexander-Arnold with the foul. Bellingham. It's Vinicius Junior. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's a good spell of possession, this. Valverde. Rodrigo.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Vinicius Junior proves just a little bit too strong. Looking to play him in. Tchouaméni calmly anticipates. Valverde. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he's in on goal. Brilliantly cut out. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. And it's Bellingham. Well read, nice interception. Valverde. Bellingham.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Alexander-Arnold cuts it out. Good running, strong and purposeful. Rodrigo. Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Tchouaméni gets over and intercepts. Vinicius Junior has found the net here, of course. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And the shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming.
And a chance! And yes, it's there! We thought they were done, but never say never. So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and...
90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So we are still gridlocked.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. And he shoots! Bellingham.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Now it's Rodrigo. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Rodrigo. Nicely weighted ball.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Bellingham. And they're back on the ball again. And here's Vinicius Junior. Valverde picked out brilliantly. Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that could set him on his way. Oh, shooting chance! Madrid have their lead. Looking for options for movement. And he cuts out the supply. Well, that is one way to stop him. Valverde powering forward here. Alexander-Arnold. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Now Mbappe. No, that's been intercepted. So just 15 minutes still to come. The team's then separated by just one significant moment. How telling will that be? The next 15 minutes will decide. Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Eder Militao. Rodrigo. Opts for safety. Now Eder Militao. Alexander-Arnold. Chouameni. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Rudiger did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Mbappe. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Bellingham. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Played out towards the right wing. Plays a sharp little ball here. Time is running out here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Eder Militao with a definite foul there. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Eder Militao. And he's got away from it.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Mbappe. Great chance! Well taken goal. Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the bit. There's the shot! Oh, good finish. The last possible moment! And that's that. Madrid can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as...
Vinicius Junior! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Mbappe, chance for a shot! It's in!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Madrid are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Chouameni. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Rodrigo. Now Mbappe. Looking for the run. He's had a shot! And a neat finish! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Madrid are now... And the shot! And he hits the net! There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Valverde. Now it's Bellingham. Now that looks a decent ball. Bellingham providing an outlet on that flank. Lovely feet. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
First quarter of an hour gone. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Vinicius Junior, big chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham making a dash for it. He's in a great position here. Play towards the front line. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. He's through here. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Takes a shot! And it's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Bellingham. Mbappe powering forward here. Threads one in. Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. 30 minutes gone. And it's Bellingham. Here's Toma. Bellingham. Looking to play him in. Can he get onto this? I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Rodrigo plays it short. And here's Rodrigo. Camavinga. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Valverde. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Vinicius Junior. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pass somewhat off target. Tchouaméni. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Gets a good foot in there. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Vinicius Junior. Alexander-Arnold. Aim forwards. And it's Bellingham. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. He's found some space. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Alexander-Arnold. Rodrigo. And here's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. That's tidy. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Bellingham.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's the end of the first 45. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. Goes for a shot! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Alexander-Arnold. Valverde. It's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And it's Valverde. Chouameni. Valverde. And Rodrigo. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Eder Militao cuts out the pass. Rodrigo. Now it's Rodrigo.
This is the time you need that pace.
Mbappe! Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Valverde. Chance here to counter. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's found space here. Good ball, good take. Look, oh, great leap! Well taken goal. And again they hit the front. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. No luck with that dink over the top.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Oh, that's delightful. Rodrigo. That is lovely. Judge, surely! Oh, that is rather wayward.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Valverde. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Valverde, can he get it through?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that's a good ball.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And it's Valverde. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Might be danger here. Great chance! Rodrigo. Bellingham. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Showing good feet. He has a look up. Valverde. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Valverde. Eder Militao. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. And it's Valverde. Now it's Rodrigo. Rolls it backwards. Tries to play it through. Has a look. And the shot!
Madrid really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Rodrigo. Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga proves too strong. Now it's Valverde. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. That is good alertness. Tries to pass it through. Mbappe!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
No, it's come to nothing.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Time added on will be 2 minutes.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
So that's it. It is all over. Madrid have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
We're up and running then.
Madrid have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Camavinga.
Lovely feet.
Rodrigo. Valverde. And now a sudden chance to counter. Good chance here! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Valverde. He's a sharp little ball here. Valverde is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Bellingham. And he shoots!
Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
A wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet, nearly superb.
No goals as yet. Valverde. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
It's a really well-measured ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Brazil have produced some of the best centre-halves around, and I think Militao is up there in that lineage, Peter. He's very quick and aggressive, and while he does have the odd mistake in him, or certainly did in his earlier career, he's maturing fast.
Takes a shot! And he's done it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Eder Militao has given away a free kick. Chouameni. And it's Valverde. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, what has happened here? Big chance!
Bellingham. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Can he finish? Well taken goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Spread neatly. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Camavinga. Mbappe. That is a brilliant interception. And it's made it shot a goal! Superb from Vinicius Junior! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Madrid have their lead. Valverde, and that's been intercepted. And that signals the end of the first period. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Madrid are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half. Valverde! Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Madrid looking to get level. And he scores! Back in business! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
So again, we have parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
That's destined for the flank. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Rodrigo. Rudiger. Tchouaméni. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Gives it back. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Over to the right flank.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
This looks promising. Shoots! And that's a good finish. And they're back in front. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Madrid with the lead. Ball's gone out of play. Mbappe receives it in a good position here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's Vinicius Junior. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Chance here to counter. And he was quick to react. Eder Militao. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Valverde, and a great chance! And it's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling. He's having a shot! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Bellingham, ready to try one.
Well, I think the technical challenge is doable. This could depend on the amount of...
And the shot! And how did he not put that away?
Mbappe has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Rodrigo, great vision. And the through ball. Now then, the ball's come loose. Tchouaméni kept his eye on it, and he's there. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Madrid really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Can he get it through? Looking for the run. Oh, that was vital. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, it's a... And the shot! And that's a sharp finish. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Madrid leading now.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Eder Militao. Alexander-Arnold. Tchouaméni. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Time added on 4 minutes. Now, can they get him away? He's had a shot! And no mistake! They have stolen level at the last! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the... Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more. And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. Madrid displayed great resilience to find the late equaliser that's got them here. Now can they go one better? Bellingham.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Just eases him off the ball. Alexander-Arnold. Rudiger. He's in a great position here. And he's intervened well there. Rudiger.
That's going in strongly.
That's been slipped through. Vinicius Junior! Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, super find. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Bellingham with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Valverde. Mbappe. Shot, surely! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Valverde. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, such a clever touch. And he has been fouled there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Mbappe is eyeing up his options in the middle. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. And it's Alexander-Arnold. So that was it, the first period of extra time. So neither side able to conjure up a telling moment, and we are where we are. This is the last chance to win it. And we are already back underway. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act.